What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to conceal carry different size pistols without a conceal carry holster. Now we are going to be going up to a full size 1911A1. This is 5 inches and it's kind of hard to conceal. The only thing that kind of makes it easier is the slim profile of it. Now, I'm also going to be showing y'all different size pistols and how to conceal those depending on which one you'd like to carry, as well as the clothing and attire that you have on yourself. And those guns are going to be right here behind me. So we got a 22 Heritage Rough Rider, which can just be in place with any 6-shot revolver, as well as a Walther P22 and a Taurus Judge Public Defender. So it's a self-defense carry one. Now, there are 2 types of belts that I do encourage you having if you're going to conceal carry inside of your belt. And that's going to be one of these that I have on right here. It's kind of like a bungee cord type feel. Or one of these guys which has an actual clamp on it, like this right here. You can just stick this through, tighten it down as much as you can, and then clamp this down and your gun won't come anywhere. So I am going to be utilizing this guy today, but you can go ahead and get yourself one of these as well. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Walther P22. This guy is unloaded, but it is a pretty small frame. So one of these guys, if you get like a Taurus G2C or G3C, whatever, you can fit that size pistol in your pocket as long as you have a grip on it right here. Now with this guy, you can take the inside of your jacket pocket and actually cut a hole right here in the bottom, which you can shove the nose of the gun through, and that'll sit right here in your waistband to where you can have full access to the gun. You can cut this guy out right here, so then it could just be sitting right here with a faux pocket over the top. So that's just a different type of design with a sweatshirt that you're willing to ruin. Now the next one, of course, is going to be just inside of the belt right here, inside the waistband. And so this guy is going to be the most common that you're going to see. Or if you turn around like this, with it on the outside like that, just tucked into the jacket. Now these guys are really simple, pretty straightforward to do, and very, very easy with a small weapon frame like this. Now you're really going to want to carry smaller pistols like this if you have a tighter shirt on. Now if you have a sweatshirt like I do right now, I can carry anything up to this 1911. This is unloaded inside of my waistband right here. And it will cover up perfectly fine. You can't even tell that it's there. You can turn around, do any stupid dance moves you want to. It won't flop out, it won't come out, especially if you have this belt. Now for the Public Defender, this guy is a smaller frame. This is the Judge, it says it here on the side, but it is the Public Defender model, as I said before. So it's a self-defense style revolver. It's a little bit shorter than the Judge, the normal one that sticks out about to here. And I've conceal carried this guy for a couple weeks now, a couple months, and it's always been really nice. You don't have to worry about keeping one empty underneath the hammer, because no matter how hard I hit this, it's not going to go off. It does fit 45 long Colt or 410 bore, so I do like this guy a lot as a self-carry gun, and it does fit right up against that waistband like that. Very, very easy to cover up. I've worn sports shirts over this guy, and it's been extremely easy to cover up. Now for these guys, any single double action pistol, doesn't really matter which one it is. I have seen people put these inside of their boot as well as a jacket pocket. Like if you have a Carhartt, you can shove it in there. That's along with really most any guns. I have put this guy in just my pocket before and had it sticking out that way, and you can't really tell it's there. But most people will probably encourage it inside the belt holster for this guy. Now, the laws for concealed carrying do differ depending on what state you live in. But in Texas, at the age of 21, you do not need a concealed carry license or a open carry license at all. It's a little thing called constitutional carry, and the founding fathers intended it to be that way for everybody. But I could sit here all day talking about that, as well as showing you guys different ways to conceal carry your firearm. But it's really going to come down to your local laws and regulations, as well as what you're comfortable with. Now, I say what you're comfortable with lightly. May not make you comfortable to have a loaded gun inside your hip or in your belt, your waistline. But truly, if you're going to end up in a gunfight with somebody, you better hope that their gun isn't loaded as well, because if it is, they're going to get the shot off first. So sometimes comfort can come at a price, and we've seen that a lot. There's been multiple cases where bad guy has a gun, good guy has a gun, bad guy comes in, points his gun at everybody, and the good guy stands up and has to rack his weapon first and get shot. And that's just really not a situation I want to be in or wish upon anybody else. So I do encourage you to carry loaded if your state is fine with that. Now, a lot of guns do have safety features like this 1911 does. It has a push safety as well as a lever safety. And so if it has 2 safety units, I don't really feel uncomfortable carrying this loaded. Now, if I'm going to go run around in a group of people, then I'll unload the weapon, because negligent discharges suck. Now, like I said, there are a million ways to conceal carry your weapon, but I do tend to like it tucked into the front of my waistband, just because it's more concealed that way. I can cover it up with a shirt or a jacket, sweatshirt, really whatever I have on my upper body. It covers it very well. As well as it's a very, very fast, easy way to access my firearm, and a pretty safe way to carry it too. Now, carrying a loaded gun pointed at your Johnson, probably not a great plan, so I do tend to keep mine unloaded unless I'm in a situation where I feel like I should have a loaded gun. Now, if I'm carrying this guy in a holster, I carry it loaded. But if it's not in a holster and it's just tucked into my waistband, I really want to have kids, so I just keep it unloaded. That's why I like to carry with a holster most of the time, just because I like to carry loaded. Now, as for revolvers, I'm gonna unload this guy real quick before I mess with it. But as for these guys, I do like to carry this also tucked in my waistband. It does have a more broad body, and so that's a little bit tougher to hide in your waistband. So I do carry this guy on a holster for the most part. And most of the time I just have this guy holstered on my hip or my thigh with birdshot in it, because it can hold 410 shells as well as 45 long Colt. And I'm not so much worried about this guy going off because that trigger pull is very heavy, as well as you really have to cock this back in order to make the trigger easy to pull. Now, one thing I really do like about revolvers like this is that no matter how hard I hit this hammer, it's not going to pop forward unless I'm holding this trigger down. So there really does need to be a double action, I guess, in order to fire this guy. It does have the firing pin attached to the hammer, which is something that we used to see in older double action and don't really see as much anymore. But there is a plate inside of here that unless I pull this trigger, it's not going to move. But as soon as I pull the trigger, you can see that firing pin go through. And I really encourage you to get a pistol like this if you're going to conceal carry a revolver, just to be safe. And again, make sure you're not going to shoot off the jewels. Those are kind of important, and I bet you would cry like a baby if you shot them off. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I just wanted to kind of touch base on what concealed carrying was, as well as encourage you to do it as long as it is legal and you do it legally according to the laws in your state. Now, make sure you follow your local rules and regulations as well as federal ones, because the ATF can be a real turd nugget. But guys, if you haven't checked out the review on this Rock Island Armory 1911A1, then you should go ahead and check it out, as well as all my other reviews on the other pistols that I have. I have done a review on every single gun behind me, so if you'd like to check those guys out or learn more about them, you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and drop a like and follow if you'd like to see more gun videos, as well as gun shooting, reviews, a bunch of different tips and tricks, and a whole lot more. So we do have a new sponsor coming to the channel within the next 2 or 3 videos, I believe, so look out for that. I will be helping release a new pistol for a certain company, so stick around. I'm really excited about it myself. And that's it for today. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay strapped and stay safe.